Hello everyone, I am Professor Ankita Avasthi from CSE Department SIRT. Today we will discuss about basics of computer, basic computer engineering. What is computer? What is computer? A computer is an electronic device that can perform a variety of operation in accordance with set of instructions. Computer can access and process data millions of times faster than humans. A computer can store data and information in its memory, process it, and produces desired output. That means a computer is a digital electronic machine that can be programmed to carry out sequences of arithmetic or logical operation or computation automatically. Modern computers can perform generic set of operation known as program. These programs enable computer to perform a wide range of tasks at a high level. All computers are made up of a processor, means a CPU, memory, and input-output devices. Each computer receives input from a variety of devices, processes that data with the CPU and memory, and sends result to some form of output. Overall means it is an electronic device that manipulate information or data. It has the ability to store, retrieve, and process data. You may already know that you can use a computer to type documents, send email, play games, and browse the website. It is a machine, simply called a machine, that can store and process information or data. Most computers rely on binary system, which uses two variables 0 and 1 to complete tasks such as storing data, calculating algorithm, and displaying information. That is also computer. So in simple word, you can say that computer is an electronic machine or electronic device which is used for fast calculation. Some people say that computers stand for common operating machine, purpose used for technological and educational research. That is the full form of computer. Next is functioning of computer. Input unit, central processing unit, output unit, and main memory. The functions of a computer typically include the following tasks: taking data, processing it, returning results, and storing it. To help computer system perform these functions, computer devices can be classified as input devices, processing devices, output devices, and storage devices respectively. First is input function, processing data, storing the data, output function, and last one is conclusion. Next is a computer follow input processes output cycle. The first stage is termed as input unit, second stage is termed as processing unit, the third stage is termed as output unit. Input unit means it is formed by the input devices attached to the computer. The input unit is responsible for taking input and converting it into understandable format, means binary code. Examples of input devices are keyboard, mouse, joystick, light pen, webcam, scanner, etc. In computer, input unit is defined as an input device, a piece of computer hardware used to supply a data processing system, including a computer or information device with control and data signal. Next is CPU. CPU is the brain of a computer, containing all the circuitry needs to process input, store data, and output result. The CPU is constantly following instructions of computer program that tell it which data to process and how to process it. Without a CPU, we could not run program on a computer. It is the control center of computer. It guide direct and govern its performance. It act as the brain of computer. It has two components. ALU means arithmetic and logic unit, and next is control unit, CU. ALU perform all arithmetic operations and some logical operators. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And the control unit guides the interpretation, manipulation, and flow of data and information. It sends the control signal to the ALU to perform a specific function. Output unit, next is output unit. This unit is formed by output devices attached to the computer. The output result coming out from the CPU is fetched by output unit and displayed in understandable form. That means an output device or output unit is any piece of computer hardware equipment which convert information into a human perceptible form or into a physical machine readable form for use with other non-computerized equipment. It can be text, graphic, audio or video. Example of our output device are monitor, printer, speaker, projector, plotter, headphone, etc. Next is evolution of computer, manual computing device, sand table, abacus, automated computing device, difference engine, analytical engine. Charles Babbage, a professor of mathematics, the Cambridge University is considered to be the father of modern computer. He generated a mathematical computer in 1822 and update 1837. In the 60s, computer evolved from professional use to personal use. As the first personal computer was introduced to the public in the 1980s, Apple introduced its first computer, the Macintosh, and has dominated the computer industry ever since with laptops and tablets. This long period is often conveniently divided into the subsequent phases called computer generation. First generation computer between 1940 to 1956. Second generation computer between 1956 to 1963. And third generation computer is 1964 to 1971. Employed first generation computer. The development of computer system is normally discussed as the development over different generation. Computer generation. Let us now discuss the development in computer technology over the different generation. First generation. In first generation, the period 1940 to 1956 roughly considered as the first generation of computer. The first generation computer were developed by using vacuum tube. The input of this system was based on punch card and paper tape. However, the output was displayed on printout employed during the period 1940 to 1956. Advantages is fastest computing device of their time. Second advantage is these computers were able to execute complex mathematical problems in an efficient manner. And disadvantages are also there. The functioning of these computers depended on the machine language. They were generally designed as special purpose computer. The use of vacuum tube technology make these computers very large and bulky. They were not easily transferable from one place to another place due to their huge size, and also required to be placed in cool place. The generated huge amount of heat and hence were prone to hardware faults. They were single tasking because they could execute only one program at a time. That is the disadvantages of first generation computer. electronic numerical integrator and computer was unveiled in 1946, the first all electronic general purpose digital computer. This is the example of first generation computer. Next one is second generation computer. The period 1956 to 1963 is roughly considered as the period of second generation of computer. The second generation computer were developed by using transistor technology. Use transistor in place of vacuum tubes in building the basic logic circuit. In comparison to the first generation, the size of second generation was smaller in comparison to computer of the first generation. The computing time taken by the computers of the second generation was lesser. Advantages of second generation of computer: fastest computing device of their time, easy to program because of the use assembly language. It could be transferred from one place to another place very easily because they were small and lightweighted, require very less power in carrying out their operation. This is more reliable, did not require maintenance at regular intervals of time. Disadvantages are also there. The input and output media were not improved to a considerable extent. It required to be placed in air conditioned place. The cost of these computers was very high and they were beyond the reach of home user. And last disadvantage is a special purpose computer and could execute only specific application. This is the example of second generation of computer IBM 7094. Next is third generation, the period 1964 to 1975. Use of integrated circuit is roughly considered as the period of third generation of computer. Were developed by using the integrated circuit technology. In comparison to the computer of the second generation, the size of the computer of the third generation was smaller. In comparison to the computer of the second generation, the computing time taken by the computers of the third generation was lesser. The third generation computer consumed less power and also generated less heat. The maintenance cost of the computer in the third generation was also low. Advantages of third generation is fastest computing devices, very productive, easily transportable from one place to another because of their small size. Use high level language. Could be installed very easily and required less space. It can execute any type of application. This is more reliable and require less frequent maintenance schedules. And disadvantages are the storage capacity of these computers was still very small. The performance of these computers degraded while executing large applications involving complex computation because of the small storage capacity. The cost of these computers was very high. They were still required to be placed in air conditioned place. This is the example of third generation of computer integrated circuit. Last one is fourth generation. The period 1975 to 1989 to 2010 is roughly considered as the fourth generation of computer. The fourth generation computer were developed by using microprocessor technology, use of large scale integration, very large scale integration technology. The term personal computer became known to the people during this era. Computer by coming to fourth generation. Computer become very small in size. It become portable. The machine of fourth generation started generating very low amount of heat. It is much faster and accuracy become more reliable. The production cost reduced to very low in comparison to the previous generation. It become available for the common people as well. Advantages of fourth generation: very powerful in terms of their processing speed and access time. Storage capacity was very large and faster. It is highly reliable and required very less maintenance. User friendly environment. Programs written on these computers were highly portable. It is versatile and suitable for every type of application. It requires very less power to operate. By the time the computer generation was being categorized on the basis of hardware only, but the fifth generation technology also included software. The computer of the fifth generation had high capability and large memory capacity. Working with computer of this generation was fast and multiple tasks could be performed simultaneously. Some of the popular advanced technology of the fifth generation include artificial intelligence, quantum computation, nanotechnology, parallel processing, etc. This is the disadvantages of fourth generation computer. Working of these computers is still dependent on the instruction given by the programmer. This is fifth generation. The different type of modern digital computer come under this category. Use ultra large scale integration technology that allow almost 10 million electronic components to be fabricated on one small chip. This is the advantages of fifth generation computer. Fastest and powerful computer still date, being able to execute a large number of applications at the same time, and that too at a very high speed, decreasing the size of these computers to a large extent. The users of these computers find it very comfortable to use them because of the several additional multimedia features. They are versatile for communication and resource sharing. This is the example of fifth generation computer. Thank you.